Less than 2 years after President Biden withdrew U.S. personnel from Afghanistan, the country has become a significant coordination site for the Islamic State as a terrorist group plans attacks across Europe and Asia and conducts aspirational plotting against the United States. That's according to a classified Pentagon assessment that portrays the threat as a growing security concern. The attack planning, detailed in U.S. intelligence findings leaked on the Discord messaging platform and obtained by the Washington Post, reveals specific efforts to target embassies, churches, business centers, and the FIFA World Cup soccer tournament, which drew more than 2 million spectators last summer in Qatar. Pentagon officials were aware in December of 9 such plots coordinated by ISIS leaders in Afghanistan, and the number rose to 15 by February. That's according to the assessment, which has not been disclosed previously. We're now joined by Javid Faisal. He's a former spokesperson for the Afghanistan Security Council. Thank you very much for being with us today. Much appreciated. First and foremost, are you surprised by this report, and can you verify it from any other source?
I'm not surprised, and I don't think anyone should be surprised, because we knew it long ago that ISIS existed in Afghanistan and that they were supported by other terrorist networks. Now that there is no government in Afghanistan, now that the Taliban are in power, who themselves are a terrorist organization, it should not surprise nobody that terrorist organizations such as ISIS should be easily given the opportunity to operate in Afghanistan and harm not only the Afghans, but the region and the world.
But what are the interests of the Taliban vis-a-vis ISIS? The Taliban is also trying to get international recognition. Of course, I'm sure that hinders their efforts.
Well, when we talk about terrorist organizations, they are all the same. Of course, they have different titles and names, but they all have the same ideology. They are all extremists, and they are all fundamentalists. And maybe some of them in the higher rankings, or maybe those who are promoting their diplomatic relations with the world, may believe in this. But their fighters, they are Islamists, they are fundamentalists, and they share the ideology of other terrorist networks. There is no much difference. Another problem is that even if they want, if they try, they are not in a position to beat ISIS. They are not in a position to control the presence or to eliminate ISIS in Afghanistan. We see ISIS attacking Afghans in Afghanistan for the last several years.
And now, of course, it's gaining international attention because the attacks were not only planned against civilians in Afghanistan, but also against targets abroad and international organizations, FIFA including. Diverting from that, tell us about Afghanistan today. You know, it's been almost 2 years. I mean, there's a few months still until we mark 2 years to the withdrawal of the American forces. Is there any betterment in the situation of the population there? Are international efforts to assist humanitarian aid, education, to guarantee some sort of continuity to some of the reforms that you were leading? Is anything advancing in any positive directions? Are you seeing some light in the great darkness there?
It's with great regret to tell you that nothing has been moving in the right direction. Everything is going towards a more difficult stage for Afghans. The U.S. unfortunately left a mess behind. Millions of Afghans were yet again forced to flee their country and immigrate either to the countries in our region or places like Europe. They have been facing difficulties. The economy is not good. Security is not good. Peace has not returned to Afghanistan. Afghanistan does not have a government. Afghanistan is not a member of the nations, of the states in the international community. Afghanistan is isolated. There are no employments, and women, as you see, have been paying the heaviest price for the past 2 years. The international community has not been very supportive as well. They have been turning a blind eye and ear to the atrocities committed by the Taliban against the Afghan people. And we knew this long ago when before the fall of Kabul in the hands of the Taliban, before the withdrawal, the US gave international stage and recognition to the Taliban without getting anything in return. So we don't expect to do much, but we have to say that they left so much mess behind.
Javeed Faisal, former spokesperson for the Afghanistan Security Council, thank you very much for joining us, and let's hope for better news for Afghanistan in the coming months. Thank you very much.